His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tarik presided over this morning the meeting of the Council of Ministers at Baraka Palace. His Majesty started the meeting by thanking Allah the Almighty for His numerous blessings on the beloved country Oman and its citizens, while praying to the Almighty to bestow upon all good health and welfare. His Majesty touched upon the domestic situations where he stressed that what was achieved at the national level in various fields came by Allah's grace and the efforts exerted by all the officials and state's institutions and solidarity of the citizens that played a pivotal role in achieving the desired outcomes. His Majesty hailed the positive role played by the government in improving the financial status, reducing deficits of the state's general budget, and achieving financial sustainability that reflected positively in all economic and fiscal indicators and credit rating of the country by the international credit agencies, which rated the country as stable and positive despite the challenges imposed by the global economic situation and the spread of the coronavirus pandemic. His Majesty pointed out that the positive outcomes achieved at the economic and social levels that enabled the government to execute a number of programs and complete many strategic initiatives and projects. And the second year of the 10th five-year plan nears, His Majesty directed all bodies concerned to exert intensive and harmonious efforts to implement the approved plans and programs and to overcome challenges that face them, in addition to focusing on the growth of the economic diversification and committing to implement and follow up Oman Vision targets, which will put the national economy on the right track and push the wheel of the economic growth forward. His Majesty stressed that the 10th five-year plan includes many development projects with social dimensions in governance such as schools, hospitals, internal roads, and social housing schemes. His Majesty the Sultan pointed out the significance of following up and supervision by the governors in coordination with the bodies concerned, in order to implement and follow up with the national and private employment programs and initiatives. His Majesty the Sultan stressed on the significance of giving more attention to such programs and initiatives so as to provide sustainable employment to the Omani job seekers. After reviewing the state audit report for the year 2020, His Majesty emphasized on the importance of integrating efforts between the state institutions and apparatus and setting up the appropriate mechanisms to overcome any challenges to serve the public interest. As the countries around the world witness more infections caused by multiple COVID-19 variants, His Majesty urged all the community members to observe the preventive measures adopted by the concerned authorities to protect the public health and enable the public and private sectors to continue providing their services. His Majesty reviewed the bilateral relations with a number of countries, pointing out to the positive results of the latest visits and meetings. His Majesty the Sultan stressed on the Sultanate of Oman's keenness to cooperate with all states in various fields to serve common interests. At the end of the meeting, His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tarik addressed various issues of interest to Omani citizens and issued his royal directives in this regard, wishing the nation and its citizens more prosperity and welfare.